In Texas, we recognize as a fault ground in divorce adultery. So, adultery is any sexual relationship that you've had with any person other than your spouse. That includes even if you have an agreement with an open marriage, you could be facing those claims of adultery in a divorce. When there's a fault ground in the divorce, the courts can actually award one party more of the assets than the other. So it wouldn't be necessarily a 50-50 division because we're looking at an equitable division. And if there's a party that's at fault in the divorce, then they could actually get less property. It could also affect custody arrangements, just depending on who that person is that the spouse cheated with and if they pose any kind of danger to the children. Cheating in divorce could have an effect on child custody, especially if the third person that was involved in the relationship, the person that a spouse cheated with, is a bad person or poses any kind of risk to the child. The courts will also look at does this relationship cause one parent to treat the children differently? So it could have a significant impact on custody issues if you're involved in a relationship other than your spouse. Does cheating impact spousal maintenance? It could be a factor that's considered in whether or not spousal maintenance is awarded, but typically a fault ground such as adultery goes more towards the division of property. Spousal maintenance is more dependent on the ability of a spouse to support them and to meet their minimum reasonable needs more than fault in the divorce. Child support in Texas is based upon the non-primary parent's income. It's really not based on any kind of fault ground, such as adultery or cruelty. They strictly are going to look at the income of both spouses and determine an amount that'll be in the child's best interest. Typically, that's going to follow the Texas guidelines, but there are a lot of other factors a court can consider in determining the amount of child support. Adultery typically is not one of them. If you have any questions about adultery or cruelty and how it will affect your divorce, just reach out to us at the Boswell Law Firm, where we provide peace in the chaos.